Racing League on YouTube. My name is Slager, and today we have the Old North 125 at the Charlotte Roval for race number 11 of 20 for the Speedway Collective National Series. I'm alongside Puddin here today, and Puddin, Charlotte Roval, for some guys, could be their favorite track on the schedule, as we've heard from a few guys today. That is their favorite track on schedule, but some guys, they just want to get this race over with. What do you think we'll see today here at the Roval?
Especially on restarts and stuff like that, Slade, I expect some people the guys that be in the back of the pack, they're going to have to get on the binders just a little bit earlier. As you call it, everybody calls it heartburn turn going into turn one. Then you got that high-speed section, then that right-hander. It's something that these guys, especially in custom setups, have probably already got figured out after practicing so much. So throttle control on the infield section with the elevation changes is going to be a big deal, too. But here in the Valor Racing League, we're, nothing but the best.
For sure, especially the National Series. A lot of guys run into the Cup Series, and a lot of these national guys trying to make a name for themselves. That is kind of the point, the whole Xfinity Series in real life motto, new names, new faces. And tonight we could see some new names and new faces up front, as we're going to take a small pause here and join the lobby. We were a little bit behind. Excuse us, but I got to send old good friend Puddin. Puddin, why don't you just give it, and for people who don't really know you, because you are new to the Valor Racing League channel, could you give it a little breakdown of yourself and like what your background is?
Yes, I was in the Air Force for 4 years. Recently raced AMA professional flat track motorcycles for 10 years. The Yamaha banner sometimes. Got hurt. Met a good guy on here. The UK guy himself, met him, got me into the e-racing. I do participate in other leagues out there, kind of a foreman for one of them, captain in another one, and I've broadcasted quite a few races. So, and it's very exciting to come over here and have the opportunity to do this with you guys.
All right, yeah, that's Puddin. This is first race for us in the Valor Racing League. We've kind of been through our co-casters. It seems like every time I get one, they join the Xfinity Series. As you guys remember, we had Koala for the first week. He's been racing since week 2. Deadpool was with me for a few weeks. He's now racing. And hopefully Puddin, even though we'd love to see you in a car, hopefully you stay with me in the booth.
Hey, no problem, man. I'll, no problem keeping the shirt and tie on for me, as much as I'd like to put that fire suit on and get out there. And tonight too, I love road courses. I just talked to you about that a little bit in pre-race, but man, no harm, no foul there, man. I'll be more than happy to put the suit and tie on and come join you every time. And it looks like we are able to participate. We can accept those invites, correct?
Yes. As the pace stop is already almost complete there in the back of the chicane. On pole, we're going to give the top 5, top 10 if we can. On pole is KD. He posted this week that he loves this track. It is his favorite track. So he qualified with a 116.784. So very fast lap by him. Robbie on the outside of him. That's row 1. With Jason in the 99. Row 2 alongside Brennan. Row 3 is MJO, and that's all the time we got for MJO in 5th and Ty Hazard in P6. So as they come off of NASCAR turn 4 and into the front stretch chicane, KD, as we just said, his favorite track, went for a strong night tonight. Robbie on the outside. Robbie said, I'm very impressed three weeks, and we are underway here at the Roval, and they stack up behind him, hopefully looking to keep it clean.
Robbie, I talked to him right before the race, too, was excited. He's put a lot of time into his effort out there, too. But, again, getting through that first corner is going to be a little bit difficult, and looks like everybody's doing a pretty good job of it here, the Slade.
Yeah, we just saw the 66 of Birdster on the back camera. Looks like he might have pulled a little Chase Elliott move, and he wasn't on pole when he did that, but he went into the Tums Heartburn turn, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. So Burster is 66, as here he is just trying to get back going. Struggling so far, but Burster, he's been strong this season. Right now, your points leader, looking to rebound.
And a lot of familiar names for me out there, too, so please bear with me for the names that aren't familiar. I'll just call it up at the car number. But, yeah, I'm on board right now with Brennan, getting through that section right there, getting up onto the high banks here, 3 and 4, before they dive it down into the chicane. Very careful not to hit, as they call the turtles here. It will upset the chassis very much, and you're finding your braking point. And that's another thing, too. The guy in front of you might have different braking points than you, Slade, so you're going to have to, before you make that pass, learn their driving characteristics for one lap before you try to dive her down in on them.
That's the biggest thing on road course, especially with the bubble glitches that you see sometimes on road courses. If you may try to prepare for someone's braking point, and when you brake a little bit too early, you might get a little bit into the car in front of you, which with the bubbles, you don't hit them on your screen, but on their screen, you kind of plow them into the wall. So these guys got to watch out for that, as the few front cars have already got a little bit spread out here. Katie already out to a pretty good-sized lead over Jason, and Jason already put that gap on Robbie, but right now Katie looking to put on a show here tonight.
Yeah, Robbie back here in that third spot. I always give him a little bit of grief, you know. He's got to learn how to drive on the right side of the road because he is from the UK, but he's doing a great job here. But he does have at least a 2 or 3 second gap behind the leader. Second place is not falling too. KD looking very strong tonight. Bergster trying to make a move to the outside of the 13 right before the right-hander going into that infield section with the big screen in the background. You got to love that.
Sure, Charlotte Roval, it's a very technical course. When you go to the bank curves of the oval and then for the infield, which everyone calls the Roval, and even the added chicanes on the front stretch and the back stretch to slow down the cars and not make them going, about 180 going to one of these turns. It's a very technical course, and one of the things we might see today, some guys might have problems. We're looking at Robbie right now. That backstretch chicane, the turtles and the bumps in there will be very challenging, as some guys might hit a curb and they might go too tired and almost go off the track. So we'll see what happens here as
Billy Holcomb back here tries to get on the binders. It looks like he's going to take a penalty in that 74. The car in front of him slowed down just a little bit, tried to make a move to the inside to avoid hitting him, and it looks like that's going to cost him. Again, Ty of Hazard out here. He's looking pretty good. Racer X, a lot of real familiar names for me. It's cool to see him over here at Valor Racing, but these guys all trying to figure out how to get around. There's Coach Matt out there, too. Another great guy, great driver, and he's very good with his setups tonight.
Yep, Billy Holcomb, driver for the Red Eye Racing team owned by Bags 475, has had a very impressive few starts here as he joined about mid-season as of right now. So about week 4, week 5, he started his season and has had a very impressive run, ran pretty well, but some struggles to start his event at the Charlotte Roval. But nonetheless, he's looking to capitalize. Same thing as Bertster, looking to rebound.
Robbie making great moves back here, right in that third spot. He has closed the gap on second, but the leader definitely pulling away, going down the backstretch into the chicane here again, hard onto the binders, banging through the gears. Looks like they both make it clean and green through there, but at the same time, Robbie is on a mission tonight. He was excited about this, and he is trying to take a peek to the inside on the white line of NASCAR 3 and 4 before they hit the chicane going into turn 1.
He's right now with number 9 killed like Jason. Jason's had a very good season so far. Is Brennan coming up behind? And so I'm on board Brennan right now, and he is hunting down these two, trying to catch up to them as quick as he can. But Jason's had a pretty good season himself, but the driver who's been the hottest so far, and that is Robbie. Robbie had very close, almost won at New Hampshire, finished P2 there, his best finish of his Valor Racing career, and went to last week, we were at Michigan, and with the lowest draft, you know how tough that is to make passes with no draft, especially a track like Michigan. He drove through the field and finished 4th. And here he is this week, starting P2 at the Charlotte Roval, right now in P3, battling Jason, but looks like he might be a little bit faster than Jason, but we all know Robbie, very patient driver, very clean driver, looking to make his pass as cleanly and with as much etiquette as he can.
Exactly, because you just said patience is a key to, especially at road courses. He gives just a little bit of a tap to that 99, but at the same time, that might be checking him up because the guys right behind him, too, are working very closely.
And he sees that gap between him and the 5 car, Katie, and the number 5, now exiting the backstretch chicane, as you see on your screen, on the top right of your screen. Very fast so far, the number 5 for that. That is the Hero to Win esports team driver, the number 5 for the Mike Bross-owned team. Jason, teammate to Katie, and Robbie, teammates with Billy Holcomb in the Red Eye Racing team. So owner points being a key factor. These drivers do take pride in that. So, Jason's trying to do as best he can for Mike, and Robbie's trying to do as best he can for Bags. But these two know what's on the line as we now have 2 laps to go in stage 1.
Robbie's going to back it up just a little bit, not to get into the back of the 99. Those two cars right there, this is a battle for position on track as I'm seeing it. You just mentioned Billy Holcomb again, somebody else. Oh, Robbie takes it wide going through that infield section on that right-hander to the right-hander. That's going to cost him. The Brennan right behind him trying to make a move, and it looks like one car, the 8, hits the wall. Heavy contact.
Yep, Ty of Hazard goes around. Looked like maybe a little bit of contact between him and Brennan. I do have the Brennan on board, so we'll see what exactly happened there. But Brennan keeps it straight. He keeps going. Robbie now pouncing on Jason again, still with 2 to go. We're going to get another look at what happened there with the 8 of Ty of Hazard. And it looks like
the
Ty
99 clips the wall coming out of the infield section. Sorry, Slade, and that's going to give Robbie the opportunity to pass him. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no worries. We love that excitement there. That's now, Brennan now has caught up to Jason. Robbie there. Oh, Jason overshoots the corner, and he slowed down enough. Did not give him a course penalty. He did get the car slowed down enough to where they avoided it, or they looked at it as he was trying to slow it down. But we looked at one car, Ty of Hazard, once again in trouble. So he had some more troubles in the backstretch chicane. But with that incident with Brennan and Ty, as we now have 1 to go in stage 1, here as Katie still put on a clinic. What happened? Looks like Ty just pushed up under the 19 of Brennan and got the curbs off of that right hand, the double right-hander in the infield, and it sent his car spinning. So Ty Hazard, very fast car, going to need to rebound. Same thing as Billy, same thing as Birdster. Going to need a rebound here today, as here we're on board with Katie.
Something, too, that might be a little bit different, too, is guys on wheels to controllers, too. That's going to be affected. I personally enjoy the wheel on a road course, but some guys go from the wheel back to the controller. Some of these guys may not have ever been on a wheel, though, at the same time. So that's going to have to, your shift points are another big point, too, when you're banging up and down on the buttons there instead of having paddle shifts, for example. But these guys, too, doing a great job trying to keep off of everybody, not trying to accumulate damage, because damage will affect how these custom cars handle.
Of course, and as we come off of NASCAR, we're into NASCAR 3, almost off of turn 4, Katie, as you saw when he was going through the backstretch chicane, when he was coming out of that, Robbie was just now coming off of NASCAR 2, and as Katie goes through the front stretch chicane, he will claim the Stage 1 victory. Katie, for the Here to Win Esports team, his first playoff points of the season. And we're going to go
Brennan
back.
gives the 99 a big shot for coming into it. They both hit the wall.
Now put Robbie second. Jason edges Brennan for third. Of course, puts Brennan fourth. Going to get the rest of the order here. I believe that's Mateo in P5. He had a good climb for the number 90 team. That is for the Saints Motorsports team owned by Who Dat Saints. We're getting another clip there as Brennan full send from the 19 there. He just completely sent the 99. You got the 99 all messed up, and unfortunately, when the 99 was trying to save it, he got into the wall, and Brennan just followed him right in. So, great move by Brennan. Jason, great save there. But your top 10 for Stage 1 goes as follows. As we wait for the screen to flip over. Here we go. Mateo, as we said, he gets P5. Cyber K Bionic, he rides P6. Coach Matt is 7th. Ty Hazard, after a little incident, battling for 4th. He is P8. Big D in the number 11 car gets P9, and Jocko gets P10. El Griggs, Deadpool, Racer X just missing out on those stage points. And Racer X, might we mention, started P22 and made his way all the way up to 13th just in the 6 laps of racing, or the 7 laps total of Stage 1. And we're about to go underway.
Yep, and then like I just asked you beforehand, we're going to rack them and stack them here at the Valor Racing League. We're going to bring them down into the Heartburn turn right there. Now can Robbie hit, since he's on second, does he have anything for KD? He's strictly pulled away. Brennan right here on the outside did do a great job. 5 car makes a little, no, that's 99, excuse me, makes a little contact with that inside wall, trying to hold on to they are doing a great job getting through this infield section. This is probably one of the hardest things to do on a road course is the restarts, stacking them up like this, trying to find that passing zone.
Yep, Katie gets out to a nice 2-car length lead over Robbie. Robbie about 4.
The 92 spins around. Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. That is Jocko in number 92. A little contact there. We're looking at Birdster as they're still trying to get single file and work their subs out. Right now, 3 wide back here. I believe that's for the 7th position. Racer X, Ty, and Jason. There's some contact in the back. We might have had 1 car go around the back of the pack. We do stay green, however, as cars are still double file for a few rows, but for the most part, they're single file as Katie and Robbie step out from the field once again with Katie leading the way.
54 car makes a clean pass on the 21 here in the Xfinity Series Valor style that he had to go below that white line. There is no white line there, but again, 21 of El Griggs back here is trying to make his way up there. He had the preferred line going to that. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'd rather set myself up for the exit of a chicane than actually the entrance if I'm battling somebody so I can be on that inside, and he did a great job there. He's still battling out with the 54 back here, going to the inside. The leaders are starting to check out a little bit, though.
Yeah, we're doing the best trying to work at that battle. Right now we're looking at the back cam of Birdster, which shows the battle from the 54 and the 21. Doing a great job back there. As we're on board with Birdster now. They're bumping and banging back here. Ty Hazard, Coach Matt, Racer X, those are all Government Motorsports cars. They're all alongside Jason and Birdster. So all of these 5 cars, just from 2 different teams, are battling hard. Now here comes Big D in the number 11 car. That is one of the Peach State cars owned by myself. So hopefully he does good here, but still trying to keep it clean as Ty Hazard off track. It looks like Ty Hazard appears to have one of the fastest cars in the field. It looks like a top 3, top 4 car, just struggling with consistency.
I talked with Ty tonight as he's making a move to the inside right there. He got off the grid just a little bit, still side by side, going onto the high banks right here. And as a young man, too, an 18-year-old youngster out there doing very well with his setups. He's on a wheel, I know that for a fact, too. Great kid, and he's trying to work his way back up front. But now he's on the inside. He has the preferred line, but the 9 car is going to make the move.
Birdster.
No, the 16 car, Birdster, yes, look at that. Nobody gets a penalty. Great passing in there.
The backstretch chicane Burster. I could have sworn he was going to get a penalty there, but he made it work. Didn't make any contact. That does hurt Ty, though. It looks like Ty had to avoid him. There were 3 wide. Oh, Burster washed up into the 8. That sends the 11 to the outside wall, and they're still trying to work things out. As Ty overshoots it and goes head on into the infield chicane, and Burster gets a penalty. Major pileup on the front stretch.
And it looks like, as I was on board with Ty after that accident, he's going to take that number 8 Chevrolet to pit lane, and I think he might be having some mechanical issues. But yeah, those guys, I think we're under caution.
We are under yellow in a major event that just happened right there. I'm also not sure what happened, but that will end stage 2. We're on lap 3 of 6 for stage 2, and that does end stage 2 already. So very quick into that. Your top 10 goes as follows: Katie, right now dominating the race, wins stage 1. Brennan gets 2nd. Mateo in 3rd. Robbie Racing will finish P4. We'll have to check up what happened with Robbie there. Jason will get 5th. Coach Matt 6th. Cyber Cabonic in 7th. Ty Hazard in 8th. Burster 9th. Racer X in P10.
That is your top 10 right there here in the Valor Racing Series. We're going to rack them and stack them again. These guys are going to come through the chicane. The green flag will be in the air, diving her down the end to make that hard left-hand corner into turn 1. Here we go, Slade.
Some strategy, it appears, as Coach Matt will take the lead. Racer X 2nd, Koala 3rd, Billy Holcomb 4th, Joker Smoker 5th. It appears this is going to might be some problems because some of these guys have been running probably around 15th, 16th race. Now they have guys behind them who've been 1st, 2nd, running a lot faster time. So we'll see how guys get through this. We're going to be on more Brennan here. Is Brennan trying to get through here?
Yeah, contact in the back, and even on a custom car sometimes, I know you know the feeling too. Ooh. And if we see one car spin around right there, it's under the pits, these guys may not exactly like their car. They want to adjust it, so that's an opportunity for them to do it. They should have cars pretty well set up, though, but good, hard action back here in the pack, and one car spins around, that's going to cost him a lot of time, Slade.
Yep, 90 Mateo went around there. He's had a great run so far. A little struggle there. Right now, Coach Matt leads as Katie now up to P2. Racetrack, he's back to 3rd. Koala 4th. Joker Smoker 5th. Trying to look where's Robbie. Oh, there's Robbie as we just turned back to Brent's backward cam. Robbie trying to get around 21 of El Griggs. He will. He's looking for Birdster, but already Katie looking to try and hunt the 9 there. Ooh, it's Birdster or Brennan, a little bit of a curb there.
Yeah, 99 gets into the back of Joker real hard there. Again, that's what we talked about, the different braking areas, but he makes the pass on the outside coming out of that the back straight chicane right there, but he made some heavy contact. And it looks like the 61 of Joker said, hey, you know what? Your braking point's different mine did too, and that's going to cost everybody a little bit of time. Big pile up back here.
Brennan.
Contact.
Ooh, major pop suit cutting out there. Brennan, Jason, L. Griggs, a lot of cars involved with that one. We're going to get another look on that because Brennan was a main car. That's our 2nd yellow of the day here at the show at Roval, and they've both come from the front stretch chicane.
Now, can we see some pit strategy out there? If you're happy out front, or do you stay out? Do you want those 4 fresh tires? Do you want a little bit of that? You want that belly full of fuel, that Sunoco race fuel to get to the end of the race? Let's see how these guys choose to play it out.
Yeah, but it looks like
it's a great opportunity to go ahead, Slade.
You go ahead. You were already starting.
It's a great opportunity too. We haven't had a lot of green flag laps right there, so these guys in the back of the pack, they're probably sitting there looking at the ticker, seeing who's pitting and who's not. If they are, that's the way that they can manipulate their way back to the front as we get ready to go green flag racing again. Yep.
Front row, looks like that's Katie. Look, he's a restart first. Koala 2nd. Joker Smoker 3rd. That is Jason in 4th. And these guys are back underway here at the Charlotte Roval. As, looks some contact is a 61 and 54. Those two are teammates, might I add. A little contact going to the first set of corners. Katie gets a heck of a lead, and they're still trying to fight it out for the back.
Robbie Racing, again, showed how much speed he had. There's a lot of traffic in front of him trying to get back to the front here. This contact right there, too, gets a little shove from behind. Throttle control is a big thing here. If you're on a wheel, again, you can almost feel that car stepping out on you, and you can counteract that. Robbie makes a great move on the 11, going into the left-hander. It's going to take us back onto the high banks of the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And what Burster right here is he's had the best cameras, it seems, as this is second, all the way back to what it seems to be almost 10th here. As Burster trying to make a pass, he passes the 4 of Robbie, passes the 21 of L. Griggs through the NASCAR 1 and 2, and now looking for the 11 of Big D.
Probably one of the hardest sections right here is finding that break point, not to get into the second. Everybody's on the binder side. Oh,
yep.
Oh, he did get a penalty back there.
Yeah, Burster, it was probably the best thing he could have done there. He missed his breaking point, was going to plow into the 74 of Billy Holcomb there, but he decided to overshoot the corner, go left, and avoid it, which was probably the best thing he could have done there. But as well, Deadpool in the 7, Coach Matt in the 9, they all get course penalties. We're going to go back to the front here as the 2 of the Diesel Esports cars, owned by Diesel Rothgeb, Corey Rothgeb, right now sitting second and third. That's Koala in second and Joker Smoker in third.
Again coming out of that outside chicane. Sorry, Slade.
Oh, good. Burster still looks like he's trying to clear up everything. As right now he's behind the number 7 of Deadpool. So, but all these guys just had course penalties on the last lap there. As we right now have 10 laps to go in the final stage.
Yeah, not a lot of time to get to the front here, especially if you're not very comfortable on road courses. 28 laps total tonight here for the Xfinity Series in Valor Racing. The 19 gives us 61, a nice little bump again right there. But again, everybody drives it a little bit different. That's all it is. 61's going to bring it down. They're going to take it down onto the apron. Other turns 1 and 2 right there, or 3, 4, excuse me. They're going to go down the back stretch into that hard chicane. 19 trying to make a move. Brennan, he's going to do it though. Great job braking under, passing on braking right there. Excuse me.
As textbook road course pass right there is 19 as well as part of that Diesel Esports team. So the 54, the 19, 61 right now running second, 4th, and 5th, all in the same team. So if this can stay green, this team, the Diesel Esports team, will have a great night. As Brandon, you mentioned Brandon had a little contact. Oh, Joker puts it in way too hard a little bit there. Gets it back in the 99. He checks up, however. Still trying to save it, appears. And he's good. 5
viewers out there in YouTube land right now, and Cheek Clapper said the 11's my baby boy. Go get him. So thanks for tuning in tonight here at Valor Racing, as these guys trying to fight for every inch and every position, and get every point they can.
Yeah, I'm sure they're happy because the 11 of Big D just made a pass in 61 and then 92 there. So it looks like that comment might have helped him out there. He made a pass for a few spots there. Is new to the league, Big D as well. Looks like it's his 3rd week, if I'm not mistaken. He drives Pete State's team. That is my team. Very glad to have him, as still looking at Joker Smoker, trying to regain his speed and stability as he is still going through the infield.
And the 1 of Racer X back here makes another move. One car back there that gets a little loose. That's the 66. Again, Bursters might be struggling a little bit. Made contact with the wall. 1 of Racer X makes a good pass underneath him. He got some stage points early in the stage 2 there, so that was good for him. But now here comes Burster again in the 66, driving her in down the back stretch. It's going to be a drag race. Back on the brakes.
Yep. They're side by side still. Burster gets to get the clear off the back stretch chicane. Burster, remember, he had the course penalty early in stage 3, as we're now coming to 8 laps to go in the finale of the race, and Burster trying to make up as many points as he can, as he knows that unless he gets caution, his results might not be as pretty as he thought it'd be.
Yeah, and these guys are turning around 117, 118 lap times with 8 to go. There's just not a lot of time. You got to try to get up there and get everything you can as cleanly as you can. Looking very good as they can. Great battle back here with Billy Holcomb as the 21's giving him a little push through the corner too. I know Billy talked to him. He's good on his setups. He's very good. He takes it a little bit wide, and the apexes very nicely right there. It's something else some people do. You don't always want to drive that preferred line. Diamonding these corners is sometimes the best way to get some speed, because if you mess up one corner, Slade, that's going to end up messing up your exit point of the next corner. So very precise, very technical, like you said earlier, and that's what I love about road course racing, that technicality.
Oh, for sure. As we just looked at the infield, Koala, who's driving P2, looks like he had a little incident there. Either overdrove or has some contact with Robbie. He'll go from 2nd to about 6th, it appears, as Jason O moves to 3rd. Brennan and Big D, they're battling for 4th. Koala back there now. He's looking to get in the hunt. Brennan clears Big D, so that battle for 5th between the 11 and the 54 of Koala. As KD, we just showed him momentarily. We want to show the leader as much as we can because, obviously in the race, probably the biggest position. But he's all by himself, not really battling with anybody, so we want to get most of the action we can, and show the leader. But right now, KD, dominating performance here, way ahead of everybody. Is Robbie racing? He's got a good gap on 2nd. He's putting on a heck of a show. As battle for thirds is the most heated position on track right now is Jason rides there in third. You have Brennan fourth, Big D fifth, and Koala in sixth. Mateo and Jocko, the two Saints cars, in seventh and eighth, shortly behind.
I'm on board with Brennan right now, watching this battle back here. It's a four-car battle, and that's one of those tricky apexes right there we were talking about coming out of the corner. That elevation change in Brennan gets passed right there because of that. Two cars get loose. The 11 right behind him. Here comes the 54, trying to make a move to the inside of him. He does a great job.
Koala looking back as Koala didn't get the best start position maybe he wanted, but a little strategy got him up front, and now it's looking to pounce on him. He does get passed by Mateo there, so it looks like that's back to P7, back for the 54 of Koala, still looking for a season best finish with that P7 if I'm not mistaken. But right now Jason, he's put a little gap on Brennan, but oh, never mind, Brennan with great braking there. He looks like he gained the most time under braking in 19 of Brennan, and he just gained a few car lengths if I'm not mistaken on the 99 as Big D and Mateo look to follow.
And KD again with a big lead out there. He is his own worst enemy, but with no pressure for him behind us, I'm on board with Birchler in this 5-car battle back here. But KD, he can take a deep breath right now. He needs to focus on his shift points and hitting his braking markers at the same time. Otherwise, race the racetrack, not the racer right now, and there's nobody behind him. Still a big old battle back here with Birchler and Racer X. Two cars get loose coming off. That's the 9 making a move to the inside of the turn 1 right here. Go ahead, Slade.
Yep, that is Burster battling with Coach Matt, Cyber Carbonic, Billy Holcomb, and Deadpool following. Looks like they're trying to battle as the laps close down. Now with 6 laps to go, we're going to look at Katie again, trying to see if we can get Katie, anybody else on the track. I see Katie now. Oh.
Contact back here with Birchler in the 9 car, and that's going to check both those guys up. Neither penalty given to them, which is well deserved there. They didn't, but that's going to look. That is a penalty when you lose positions like that, though, Slade. That's going to cost them,
sure.
Getting loose like that. Some people put, when they build a setup, they build a 1-lap heater. It's cool to see yourself on a leaderboard. I know when I build a car, you want that long run, tire wear, fuel mileage, all of that. Some of these guys might be overdriving the car right now, eating those tires up because they're fighting for everything they can back here. This is a great battle.
Yep. Coach Matt and Billy Holcomb, or Coach Matt and Burster, they outbreak Billy Holcomb there on the back chicane. Ooh, Billy Holcomb gets into the outside wall, little contact with 6-6 Burster. He gets past by as a 38 of Fireman as well, as these guys have single filed out again. Cyber and Deadpool to make their way around these two cars, as you said, the incident they just had. But right now, once again, the most heated battle for third. Jason right now in P3. That is Brennan P4. Mateo is now working up 5th, and that's Big D looking for a season best finish, a career best finish actually. This is just only his 3rd start right now, looking in P6.
Coming out of that back, the frustrated chicane going into the start-finish line there, Billy Holcomb makes a pass. The 38 clips the wall, and that's going to cost him. Billy Holcomb now pulling away, but he did a great job not to bring it back down in the traffic. It is out of instinct sometimes. Once you hit that wall, you want to just yank out of that, but he did a great job to keep it up there. Billy does make the pass on him back here, so...
Okay, we tried to get a clip of more cars with the 5. The 5 was going into NASCAR 3, and Robbie was just coming out of NASCAR 2. So Katie putting on a clinic here today. Is right now Brennan's fast lap of the race is a 1:17.8. He's right now 20 seconds behind the number 5 Katie. As we now have 4 laps to go in the race. I'm not really sure what kind of laps Katie is running, but if we have 20 seconds, he has to be in what I would assume would be like the mid 116s, high 116s for that number 5 car.
Oh, back here again, the 7, and I'm on board with the Coach Matt number 9 mobile. They make contact. That's going to put the 7 down below that, and it looks like he might have just acquired a penalty there, too.
Yep, 7 at Deadpool.
And that wasn't deliberate. It was just a racing accident in the chicane trying to make a pass. But that's going to cost him.
Oh, Burster. More contact the outside wall. 74 gets a course penalty. Someone's involved Deadpool. And that's going to bring out a yellow. That is the 3rd yellow of the race, and 20.5 seconds over 2nd place. Gone like that. KD will have to defend his position for a 2-lap shootout, and this is usually what guys hate to see, because you have everybody's single filed out, everybody's kind of got where they should be in the race, and we could see some guys stay out here because you're good on fuel. You don't need to worry about fuel, but tires are not the most important here at road courses, because guys do start to run their faster times as tires get more worn, as fuel exits the car. But we can very well see some guys pit, some guys stay out. And I was looking from my POV, the 19 of Brennan is electing to stay out here. So we'll see what everybody else does. But Number 5, Brennan, obviously the last person who wanted to see that.
Yeah, and KD up front said, "No, I had a big lead, and you just took the words out of my mouth." Sometimes older tires, especially when there's not a lot of fuel in the car, will get these things to hook up a lot better. But here we go. We're going to rack up and stack up for a shootout. 2 laps. One car already spinning up. Diving down into the 1, the 90 makes a move. Here comes the 92 on the outside. They're 3 wide. Dale, they back it back down to 2. Brennan right up there. Robbie Racing did want to see that caution, so he could get back up to KD. The 99 now right there. I'm still on board with Brennan. The cars behind him have a little bit of a battle going on, too. The patience are out the window now, Slade.
For sure is Katie. Robbie's still in the car length away from Katie. So, as we're in the back, 54 and 66 make contact. Put the 66 into the outside wall. He will lose a bunch of spots. They're still trying to work it out in the back-to-back. As it appears we have another yellow.
I was just going to say, I think it's going to bring another caution out right there. Something some of these guys didn't want to see.
I'm trying to see what that came from, because the only thing we saw was 2 cars hit the wall, but nobody wrecked. I'm still trying to search for that yellow, because nobody's way off the pack, and the only incidents we saw were 2 cars hitting the wall. Pierce Fireman's off the pack, but I'm not really sure there. So, 4th caution of the day here. Not really sure what it was for, because all we saw was a car hit the wall and another car hit the wall at the same time. No wrecks, nobody spun around or anything, just a little bit of lost time. But it looks like most guys will stay out, as the only car who pits at the top 10 that last caution was number 21 of L. Griggs. So he has fresh tires, and it looks like nobody else in the top 10 will pit this time, as well as Katie and Robbie will lock out the front row once again.
Something I do miss on road courses, though, is just taking left side tires. So, like you said, the left front gets eaten up, too. But these guys are going to try to do it again, get to that white flag. That will in the race if it happens again. But these guys all driving her down into turn 1. The 54, I'm on board with Cyber right now back here in the 39 car. They make a little bit of contact. Graves make it through that turn. That left-hander very smooth, nice. This is one of my favorite parts of the track, too. Back here with the 54, 2 wide. The 92 making some power moves.
I don't mean to cut you off there, but Robbie just made a pass for the lead. He had the nose and had him cleared as we go into the hard right-hander in the Charlotte infield.
He makes a mistake, though.
Yep,
yeah, Robbie makes a mistake. That's going to give the KD the opportunity to come back up to the inside. He got to be kicking himself right now on that one, though. He overdrove that car.
Yep, KD does clear him once again, as Robbie had the lead for all about 4 turns here at the Charlotte Roval. As right now, KD gets about a 2-car lead over Robbie. Robbie's going to try to do everything he can to get back on, as they're still battling. Mid-pack, you see 2x2. Battle for 3rd.
Both of the leaders right up here make it through the chicane very nice. No upset chassis hitting those bumps, but KD pulls out at least 2 cars on him right there. They stay in the middle of the track coming through NASCAR 3 and 4, and they're going to get back hard on the biters down and bang through the gears to get there. Do you think Robbie drives it in deep at one of these points in time and gives him just a little bit of that chrome horn?
You know Robbie doesn't want to get... Oh, 1 car, sorry, I don't mean to do something else. It looks like Brennan. It might have been Brennan, 19, as that might have just ended the race.
I think that might just have. There's Slade. Thank you for the opportunity again over here at the Valor Racing Lane to be up here with you guys. Awesome racing tonight here at the Charlotte Roval. Fun racing. These guys put a lot of time in, but we're waiting on the details here.
Yep. Quite unfortunate. The number looks like going to that the front stretch chicane, the 92 of Jocko missed his braking point and got into the back of the 19 of Brennan. So Brennan, running top 5 all race, gets punted and finishes 15th. That's what the caution was for. The top 3 was who we'll be speaking with. We have the finishing order here tonight. Katie in number 5 wins tonight, wins everything, and exciting finish that could have been. It ends under caution. So Katie will win. Robbie Racing, his second place finish this season. Kilt Like Jason in P3. We'll talk to those 3 here shortly. MJO will finish P4, Jocko in 5th, Big D in 6th. Koala will finish P7, Cyber 8th. Racer X started P22. He'll finish 9th. Burster in P10. We'll take a break from that and go to the fastest lap of the race, a 1:16.8 by Katie.
Wow, that's smoking.
Is your fastest lap of the race, and not far behind, Robbie Racing with a 1:16.9. And the third fastest lap, we just saw him get wrecked, unfortunately, a 1:17.8 by Brennan. As we're going to back out of the lobby here, we're going to take a quick break and go over to the rest of the starting room. When we get back, we'll talk with the top 3 of tonight's finishing order. This is the Old North 125. We'll be underway. We're back here for the top 3 interviews as we get the top 3 in here. Make sure party audios are set to allow. Going to go over the rest of the finish order here. As we just said, Burster was P10. That closed up the top 10 here. As we go to the rest of the order.
These guys did a great job tonight, too. Like you said, some just wanted to get through this race, but there was the action-packed all the way through this race. KD definitely on point tonight.
Yep, KD a dominating performance, pole, both stages, and the overall win. His first win here at the Valor Racing. We didn't get to give an exciting call for his win because we were watching the battle start the field, and unfortunately it ended under yellow. But with that, KD does get the win. Very nice job by him. I know he had to be a little nervous there because we had some overtimes as he had to drive a few more laps to get the win. But nonetheless, him and Rob put on a fantastic battle. I was going to get the rest of the finish order here momentarily.
Putting 16s down, too, in the custom Xfinity car. These guys put down some great lap times, really worked hard on their car. And sometimes, too, you think you put yourself a good race down, Slade, but racing somebody else, it pushes you to your limits. And that makes these guys drive just a little bit harder. Do appreciate everybody again at Valor for having me over here tonight. Thank you very much. Cannot wait to watch you guys out there again as we get the top 3 up in the booth.
We're going to get the rest of the finishing order here. Then we'll go with the interviews as Robbie is still trying to get him in the party.
I can help you do that real quick so you don't have to blue screen on that one.
So we go the rest of the finishing order here. 11th on back, 11th to 22nd. And it goes as followed. L. Griggs, he finished P11, number 21 car, 61 Sugar Smoker, and P12. Deadpool, fast car, had some trouble, so we get P13. Billy Holcomb in 14th. Brennan, top 5 the entire night, gets punted going into the final chicane with 2 to go. He finishes 15th. Coach Matt in 16th. He didn't have the best day. 17th goes to Extra Sniper, 18th Easy E, 19th Fireman. 20th, 13 laps down, goes to Runner Rhodes. 21st, 23 laps down, goes to Ty Hazard. 22nd, 31 laps down, goes to Caleb Hunt. Those 3 guys unfortunately had some disconnects or some problems. Yeah, some technical difficulties with them 3. But 19 cars finished the race today. 5 yellows total here, with the race ending under yellow. So with that, we're going to go to our interviews here for the top 3. We're going to start with the 99 of Jason. First off, make sure party audios are set to allow, gentlemen. And that goes to Jason. Jason, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jason, another top 3 finish. We've kind of nicknamed you the interview man. We've simply talked to you every week, but just not from the winning position, but podium, always nice here. P3, though, walk us through your race.
Came out, really didn't mess with the car at all, so it was my first time running the car. It was pretty decent. I knew I didn't have nothing for KD or Robbie, so I just wanted to stay P3 and just ride around. Definitely had a faster car than everybody in most of the turns, but that last turn, that's when everybody was getting me. I don't know if I was just getting ran over or if they just had way better braking than me. But other than that, car was all right. Just had to drive around, stay P3 most of the time. Really had nothing for the leaders.
Congratulations on your top 3, and you just talked about it too with these custom setups. That brake bias too, everybody is a little bit different, their braking points, but man, congratulations, you did a great job tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure, Jason. I'll ask you one more question, or do you have any questions for our third place finisher, Puddin?
Oh, absolutely not. Put on one heck of a show, well deserved. Did you want to see it go one more lap though, see if you could get back to the rear bumper, Robbie?
I wasn't going to catch them at all. I was really glad it came out because them cars behind me were wolves, hungry wolves. So I was just ready for it to be over with, man, honestly.
I'll ask you one more, Jason. Tomorrow night, we're not at the Roval, we're at the Charlotte Oval, so I'm not sure how much momentum this third place finish can bring you tomorrow, but the Charlotte Roval is in the Cup Series playoffs, and with a run like this tonight, do you think that'll give you some momentum, as you are in the top 12 in points right now for the Cup Series? Do you think you'll have a good head start for that as the week that goes in the playoffs?
Definitely. I usually have a good car there. I mean, I just try to stay consistent there and run my laps. Not usually the fastest, but try to stay up there. At the end of the day, been consistent in the Cup Series, been top 5, top 10 usually. So just trying to keep them consistent runs and getting to the playoffs. And that's about it, really.
Anything else put in for our third place finisher?
No, just congratulations. Good job.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
Jason, thank you for your time with the booth. Skill like Jason, Driver 99 Toyota Supra. For the Hero Esports team, coming home a solid P3. Next, that brings us to our second place finisher, the bridesmaid once again, does it in a very clean fashion. Robbie Racing. Robbie, you got a copy.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Is your priority audio set to allow? We always got to ask this.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie. Once again, another very clean race. Kind of looks like the same thing as New Hampshire. Almost on your own little island, except for the car that you were battling with. A very solid P2 finish. Walk us through your race.
So through stage, first of all, KD, what a move. Like, toward the end of the race, I was like, what a move. I even said it on my stream, I was like, what a move, dude, around the outside. But anyway, stage one, I was behind Jason for a while, and I was like, is he going to make a mistake? And I tried to make a move, he put a block, which, you know, it's racing. I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing. And then stage two, I made a mistake. I thought I had one more lap to go, but I didn't, and I just annihilated myself. And stage three, I was like, right, we need to go. Need to go to the front, you know, and it weren't easy. My feet were real twitchy. I was like, go brake, go brake, go brake. But finally, you know, finishing P2, that's a great result, and I'll take that all day. KD, you deserve the win, dude. Congratulations.
And one thing that our viewers probably, you think it's almost an easy lock for Robbie to be good at these left and right-handers, because Robbie, UK driver himself, representing the UK in these races. The road courses that this is not the last road course race of the season. We do have another one in the playoffs. It was scheduled to be the Indy Roval, but that is for sure going to get changed. Setting pretty for the playoffs, as this is race 11. Race 15 locks out the regular season. Does this build momentum for the playoff race here? As we're mostly going to head to Road America or Mid Ohio, either one. But for the playoff road course race, does this build momentum, and are you excited for that to go on?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But to be honest, I can't stand road courses on this game. It does my head in. That's just me being honest. You know, it's frustrating the way the setups are done and that. And I've spent a lot of hours on my Roval setup for tonight, just making sure it was perfect and making sure the braking was right and that, because that is key on these road courses. You've got to make sure that your brakes are working. You have to check it thoroughly, because if not, you're just going to plow straight into the back of somebody. Next thing you know, a caution's going to come out and you could ruin it for the top three drivers. But yeah, I am sort of looking forward to, if you choose Road America, yeah, mid Ohio, then I'm just going to have to fire you as a CEO, then we're not going to be friends anymore.
Robbie, just because you said that we're not friends anymore, you know my love of Mid Ohio, buddy.
Yeah, I know. If it does go to Mid Ohio, then if I do win it, I will dedicate it to putting maybe, perhaps, don't know, think about it.
Congratulations on your second place finish tonight. You were leading. I know that KD did not want to see that yellow flag come out. I know you probably did. That gave you a chance, as we always say, to rack them and stack them and get right back up to them on that infield portion. You made that mistake. What were your thoughts on that opinion?
When the caution come out, before it actually come out, you'd hear it on my stream yet again. I said, I hope it stays green. I don't want a caution to come out, because I was, like 11, 12 seconds behind. And I wanted to see what I could do as a driver and see how many seconds I could knock off. But then the caution did come out, and I thought, right, well, it's go time. I'm going to try and keep it as clean as I can and not run over this dude. And I was hoping he could show me the same respect, and he did.
Now, during the under the stages and everything, did you have some tea and crumpets in the pits?
We're not going to talk about this.
All right, man. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you, Robbie, for your time in the booth. That is Robbie Racing, driver number 4, Chevy Camaro for the Red Eye Racing Team. Once again, getting his best finish of his career in the Valor Racing League with a P2.
KD, right, congratulations on your win. As we're going to let Slade take this away. Go ahead.
Yep, now we go to KD, the race winner, his first ever win in the Valor Racing League in his 2.5 seasons of competition. KD, how many races did you start here? Because I want to ask a quick question here. How many races have you done this season?
I think Daytona was my first race, and I've raced every race since.
Wait, no, okay, I forgot. We counted Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen was race I'm trying to double check here because how our thing works, if you race 12 of the 15 regular season races, 12 or more of the regular season races, you're locked in the playoffs with a win if you reach top 16 standings. KD, however, joined halfway through the season. Watkins Glen was race 5. Okay, so unfortunately, I believe your winning does not count because you unfortunately missed enough races. But if you can make them points, you get top 12. But KD, first win, brought in halfway through the regular season to fill in for the Here to Win Esports car for the number 5 car, and great job, dominated the race. Walk us through your race.
Well, after I got the pole, I was pretty confident from there because I knew I had a pretty good car, top like 3 car. I knew Robbie was going to be a contender because I knew he was going to be really fast. So stage 1 went pretty smoothly. Got to the end of the stage, got the stage win. Stage 2, pretty straightforward. Is same thing as stage 1, but like stage 3 is when it got spiced up. I thought I was gonna just come to the line and win that thing, and then like 4 to go, that caution came out, and I got scared because I knew when the field caught back up, anything could happen. You could get sent into turn 1 or anything like that. But like second caution came out in the second green white checker. And Robbie got around me, and I got pretty scared. I wanted to get back around him cleanly because he was clean with me the whole race. So, like he was talking about, I made a pretty bold move to the outside, and I didn't really think I was going to get it done, but I got a huge run off of one of the left-handers and rolled around him coming back onto the oval, I think, and that was pretty cool to do. And then, unfortunately, the caution came out on the last lap, so we couldn't finish it under green, but it's still cool to win finally.
For sure,
congratulations on that, man. You put a lot of time into your setup too. What are your thoughts and opinions on the road courses real quick, because it looked like you really were loving that?
Yeah, I like most of the road courses, but the Roval is definitely my favorite. But whatever road course you go to next, whether it's Mid-Ohio or Road America, I like both of them, so I think I could be a contender again, carry the momentum.
I'll ask one more question, Katie. Points not been done, so I'm not sure what the points are going into this week or after tonight. But if you can make top 12 in points, you will be in the playoffs. Have a very nice amount of playoff points because you got 5 just from tonight. 4 races left after tonight. You know, maybe some tracks you like. You have Richmond, Darlington, that could be subject to change. You have Pocono. What are you like your odds to make the top 12 in points, or is there some tracks here that you don't really like? In Chicago. Chicago is the 4th, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. So, it's really going to depend on how many points I'm back, but I was working on a Richmond setup a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even know it was coming up, so I was just bored and I was doing it. And I think I got something good there for next week, so I think I got a decent chance if I'm not too far back in points, but we'll see.
For sure, man. Putting you any more questions for our race winner?
Absolutely not. Just a dominating performance tonight, and congratulations. And you got a little bit of work ahead of you to make those points up. You know what I'm saying? Because you just talked about with the races, but you keep putting on performances like that, you'll be very well recognized here at Valor, as you already are. And to get an elusive W, that black and white, that checkered flag, man, hang that above your head, man. Pray to do it proudly.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately, Katie, we were not prepared for the race another yellow there, so we didn't get the most exciting finishing call there for you. But nonetheless, congrats on your win here, your first in the Valor Racing League in your 2.5 seasons of competition here at the Charlotte Roval. Enjoy it for sure.
Yep, thank you.
All right, once again, that was Katie, driver number 5, Toyota Supra for the Here to Win Esports team. That's the Mike RPM team, who once again get another driver in victory lane. He joins Birdster for winning in that team. All right, Puddin', the race has come to a close. The Old North 125 at Charlotte Roval has ended. What are your overall thoughts on tonight's event?
What fantastic racing. The cautions were just unfortunate circumstances. There's just racing accidents out there. It was a barn burner coming down to the end there. KD again put on one heck of a show. Robbie out there trying to get himself up there, get himself that W. Like you said, always the bridesmaid. Probably didn't want to see that, made that mistake. But great action throughout the pack. And thanks again for having me over here.
Yep. overall race stage 1 went caution free, very good racing as we saw there. Stage 2 entered under the caution, a little incident through the front stretch chicane. Stage 3 we saw a lot of green flag, but ended with 2 yellows, which ended with the guys who are up front. Most of the guys that were up front, I say that, finished up front as the caution were out with Brennan, who ran top 5. You just hate it for Brennan because he's probably one of the cleanest guys in the league. Little contact sent him to the infield, and he finished P15 out running in 4th or 5th the entire race. But Katie gets the dub. Robbie comes in at bridesmaid second with Jason in P3 as that ends it for us tonight. Thank you for everybody who tuned in, and once again, congrats on Katie for his win, his first of his VRL career. You'll hear from us on the channel tomorrow night, hopefully with Jimster and Koala, as the Pocono Raceway Cup Series heads to the Charlotte Oval, not the Roval yet, the Charlotte Oval, for the Salute the Troops 300. Yeah, 300 miles. It will be a long one, so hopefully you guys are in for the long haul for tomorrow night. But next week, you'll hopefully hear from me and Puddin once again, as I believe we head to Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that real quick, where we're heading next week for the National Series.
One of those multi-lane tracks too. You can't utilize the high line like you can at Kansas, but that middle lane right there, that second lane, especially if you're in the draft, works really well. So that'll be more exciting action played.
Richmond, excuse me. Chicago is after Richmond, but head to Richmond next week, so it should be some exciting short track racing.
A little short track racing. I was just going to say, gotta love it.
But with that, that'll do it from me and myself, Sluggraver, and Puddin here tonight. But thank you everybody for tuning in once again. This is the Valor Racing on YouTube. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week.